Hi, my name is Johnvi.
I'm Angela.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Cassim, and we're going to present about the Study Watch. Our agenda today is to go over an overview of a Study Watch, what the Study Watch is, investment potential, opportunities,
And along with benefits, the stakeholders involved.
And then I'll be talking about the possible challenges and the incurred costs.
And to wrap it all up, I'll be talking about the possible risks and how the Study Watch is the future of healthcare.
The company of focus is Verily, and Alphabet is the parent company of Verily. To connect with everything, the mission of Alphabet is to make the world around you universally accessible and useful. Transitioning into the product of focus is the Study Watch. The Study Watch is an investigational medical device intended for seamless and scalable data collection and clinical studies conducted by Verily and its research partners. We chose this device. I have an arrhythmic heart condition that could benefit from the use of this Study Watch. Why the Study Watch, to go further on that, is the public good. Positive social impact using environment centers to study human psychology to help people stay healthy. Physiology. We also are going to use in the Study Watch the AI, which will use the sensors and environmental data to make recommendations to the person. And also, it is beneficial to go for the Study Watch because Alphabet already has a previous investment into the company. And then this watch idea can be further expanded. For example, the Aurora study, which was a major research initiative to have prevention over PTSD disorders, used the Study Watch to gain physiological data in the real world to come up with ideas and treatments for trauma and PTSD survivors. And we want to take this Study Watch a step further and apply the logistics of the Study Watch for an everyday wearable. So not only will you have the capabilities of a watch, like a normal Apple Watch, but you'll have the opportunity to have the opportunity for your health to be continuously checked. And if you have problems, you can alert the hospital through the watch using the AI data. And to make this product more practical, you would need to invest into it. We suggested that you would have a $1 billion investment as well as raise more capital. And in the long term, you would make Verily a focal point as well as create a new research center and research opportunities for the company. Further opportunities when this device becomes more practical is collaborations with studies or universities like Stanford or Harvard, as well as using machine learning capabilities that AI uses to tap into new market share, where Google and Alphabet can find their way into becoming more popular among wearables.
In talking about the benefits, the market of wearable health devices, while still new, is very large and has an enormous customer base. Health and healthcare affects every single person, and this device allows for people to get instantaneous updates regarding their health, how the environment is impacting their health, and possible health concerns that should be monitored by a health medical professional. In expanding from the clinical research market into the wearables market, Alphabet will be targeting a much larger customer base that also reaches a vast array of ages, rather than just being limited to clinical research participants. This leads to increased sales amongst customers due to that large customer base, and increased opportunity to partner with hospitals and physicians, all of which will lead to increased revenue for the smartwatch. In addition, Alphabet could have the option of de-identifying the data that it collected and selling that to clinical researchers or hospitals for a variety of purposes, such as drug development and etc. Overall, expanding the smartwatch from only research use to general wearables use offers Alphabet and Verily many opportunities to grow the company. In talking about the stakeholders involved in this, the first would be investors and shareholders. Because this product is being expanded to reach out to a different and larger target market than what it currently has, new investors may want to invest in the product, leading to a gain in capital. Overall, a shift within the investors will occur after the smartwatch technology is expanded for general use. Therefore, the stakeholders will change. The next stakeholders involved in this will be the customers. The customer base of the smartwatch currently is focused on clinical researchers, but it will eventually change when it expands to a general market. By making it more accessible to the general public as a wearable health monitoring device, the target market will be drastically different than what was initially intended for the smartwatch. And adjustments in regards to manufacturing the device, the marketing of the device, the AI technology within the device will need to be adjusted in order to make the smartwatch suitable for its new customer base, which we're targeting to be people ages 25 and above that will use it for daily purposes. Another stakeholder involved are the competitors. While the smartwatch was unique in the clinical research space, it's not really unique in the wearable space as so many different options exist, starting from the Apple Watch to the Fitbit and etc. There's already heavy competition from products, and they all have similar capabilities to the smartwatch. However, new marketing strategies need to be developed in order to make the smartwatch stand out within this competitive market and to really highlight the differences that smartwatch offers in comparison to these other wearables currently in the market. And last but not least, the main other stakeholder involved is the government. The government is also a stakeholder because of the type of data that's being collected and analyzed by the smartwatch. Within the space of healthcare and health data privacy is very important, and smartwatch will need to make adjustments to its technology in order to adhere to the current policies that exist. In addition, this offers Alphabet an option to be involved in public policy and policy making in regards to healthcare and data privacy in the future. You're good.
So some of the possible challenges for Alphabet are data security, medical privacy, and also the selling of data. While the study watch poses many benefits for society, there's some challenges that need to be acknowledged. Many people would be skeptical about their health and vitals being constantly measured and sent out to a database. The study watch, powered with artificial intelligence, also poses a huge threat to data security and privacy issues. I believe this would cause most senior citizens to be very reluctant in buying these watches, given their inherited distrust of technology. Older people would benefit mostly from a study watch due to their increasing health risks, which creates a huge marketing challenge for Alphabet. Lastly, the selling of data. Alphabet could be subject to accusations of them using people's medical data and selling it to insurance, pharmaceutical, and other medical companies. They would constantly have to provide evidence to dispel these claims. In making the study watch available to the public, we identified 4 incurred costs. The first one being R&D, the second one being patents and protections, the third one HIPAA and regulations, and the fourth one time. For R&D, Alphabet would need to invest heavily into R&D to make this idea a possibility. In regard to developing technology, the wearable business is predicted to have nearly $15 billion in sales over the next 3 years, which is the size of a Fortune 200 company, according to CNBC. If Alphabet wanted to make this a goal of having an effective and reliable study watch available to the public, it would require several resources and testing before being released. For patents and protection, Alphabet would also have to account for costs in regard to creating a patent to deny the entry of other companies. The disclosure of the progress would be extremely important to their development of the study watch, and like I said, to deny any of the competitors' entry into their market. The third one, HIPAA and regulations. They'd be subject to several regulations within the medical field when making it available to the public. For a third cost, HIPAA and regulations, the study watch would be subject to all HIPAA guidelines. So there's several regulations within the medical field which could be costly in the future. The study watch would have to be updated and closely managed to make sure it complies with all existing laws, like I said, such as HIPAA. And then lastly, time. Time will be a very important factor and a cost to consider. Tim Cook at Apple claimed it took over 3 years of an intensive team working towards the Apple Watch to finally get their finalized project. And that doesn't even account for the complications with introducing the study watch to AI, and that was according to a Business Insider article. Programming the watch to read and make decisions of the data gathered will take time and money.
When looking at the potential risks of study watch, nausea and headaches have been reported with the radiation that smartwatches bring, which could potentially bring lawsuits to the company. However, a study done by EMF has shown that radiation from the smartwatches is only from the 3G or 4G connection that is built into the watch. The study watch uploads the data using Wi-Fi, meaning that there is no cellular chip involved, so the exposure to radiation is minimal. Furthermore, the effect of radiation can be further reduced by removing the watch when it's not needed. Another potential risk is that study watch contains a lot of personal information, and given the sophistication of technology and the increasingly large number of students studying technology, there's an increased likelihood that others are able to hack into these smartwatches and gain access to valuable data.
What?
That's like a repeat. Okay, keep going. We'll just edit this out later.
Yeah.
Alphabet would be responsible if study watch were to be hacked and tons of personal and valuable information about different Americans would be leaked. As a result, Alphabet would need to invest heavily into developing firewalls and other security measures to prevent hacking. If Alphabet chooses to forego investing into the healthcare industry, if Alphabet chooses not to invest in healthcare AI, the company loses its competitive edge and will fall behind other companies investing in the healthcare industry. Many of Alphabet's competitors, such as Apple, has taken steps to integrate different healthcare measures, as the Apple Watch Series 4 recently became FDA cleared to conduct an electrocardiogram. In addition,
Furthermore,
investments and fundraising into the healthcare sector of business has reached record levels as of 2018. According to an article done by SVB, fundraising in 2018 reached $9.6 billion. Venture capital investment in life science and healthcare companies surged by 50%, and M&A deals for medical devices increased as well. According to the American Heart Association, about 80% of cardiovascular events are preventable. Cardiovascular diseases remain to be the #1 killer of Americans, and this condition is expected to worsen as 45% of the adult population in the United States will live with cardiovascular disease by 2035. Given these statistics, Alphabet's investments into StudyWatch would help with the research associated with heart disease and represent the future of healthcare, as StudyWatch would assist in preventative measures and reduce the occurrences that these symptoms turn into fatal issues. Overall, the expansion of the smartwatch is beneficial to both Alphabet and society. It offers a unique opportunity for Alphabet to enter into the wearables market and be ahead of its competitors, as well as offer consumers the ability to have control over their own health.